Would you like a record, Mr. Bernstein?
I do, Judge, and on the record, I want you to give the admonition about being able to film or record any of these proceedings.
Okay. Now comes cause number 2021 CI 21699. Counsel, introduce yourself for the record.
Your Honor, my name is Jeffrey Bernstein. I'm here for a motion to enter with Dana Ferris. Announcement is ready.
Okay, Mr. Morales, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. This is James Morales. I am representing myself pro se.
Okay, and to be clear, these proceedings should not be audio or videoed. It is prohibited by both local and state guidelines. So please don't do that. This is just a motion to enter. I'm not sure why there's so many people here. Mr. Bernstein, you drafted a proposed order?
I did. I sent it to the court. I sent it to Mr. Morales, and I've heard no response to the last order that I sent to him.
Okay, so Mr. Morales, did you receive Mr. Bernstein's order?
I don't recall that, quite honestly.
Okay, well, that's what we're here. That's what we're here for, and that's to enter the order that reflects my rulings.
Yes, Your Honor.
So
I'm not. I remember talking about it, but I don't know if it ended up in spam. There's so much communication. I didn't even realize that's why. I guess he was waiting to hear from me. I hadn't heard anything. And because as far as I'm concerned, Your Honor, like the summer's over. Like we've already rendered, or we've already gone through what the hearing was about.
sure, but nonetheless, every time we have a hearing, we have to have an order that reflects the rulings. And so that's why you have a motion to enter.
Right. So Mr. Bernstein drafted it. And so I don't know why he didn't submit it.
Well, he submitted it to the court just now, but he gave it to you to ask if you had any objections to it, because he's obligated.
I see. I see.
That.
I apologize. So I have had a chance to review it as an exhibit in this motion. Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Okay. So do you have any objections to the order proposed by Mr. Bernstein?
No, Your Honor. We're pretty much through the summer now.
Okay, but so the question is, does it reflect my rulings? That's, I know that you all might be done through the summer, but I still want the actual order to be correct.
Yes, the summer was, yes, it reflected your ruling. Yes.
Okay, so I have your permission to sign off on this order then as to form?
Yes, I was only going to object to attorney's fees because that's what he was part of the motion for today. But I'm fine with the orders we've gone through the summer at this point.
Mr. Bernstein, was there anything else set besides me signing the order on reflecting my rulings?
Yes, Your Honor. I did bring in the motion to enter as a separate hearing today that Mr. Morales does have the order, chose not to contact my office, chose not to sign it, has forced Mrs. Ferris to pay my office attorney fees for having to draft and be here today, do all the work. And so, Judge, we're going to be seeking attorney fees for all this work.
Okay.
And Your Honor, so essentially what happened was Ms. Ferris and I had an agreement, a written agreement, and she reneged on it, and she was unhappy with the result. So she was forced to hire Mr. Bernstein for his services. And Mr. Bernstein and Dana, or Ms. Ferris, have a contract. I didn't sign it. I'm indigent. I'm on state assistance. And you know, if I may, Mr. Bernstein successfully argued for enforcement last week regarding that, and now I owe over $10,000 in court costs, attorney's fees, child support, and medical. And so now I'm facing 6 months jail time this Friday. And Mr. Bernstein just trying to get more money from me, which that I don't have. So I'd like,
So, sir, I'm going to sign the order because you've told me that you're okay with it as to form. And Mr. Bernstein, I'm not granting you any attorney's fees.
I can take and reserve that then for the final. Is that correct?
You may. Absolutely, you may.
well, I'd like to put, Your Honor, also, I'd like to take judicial notice that there's case law regarding attorney's fees. It's Saxon versus Daggett 864 S.W.2D729, which basically states if there's any safety or welfare concerns, or if there isn't any safety or welfare concerns, then there should be no attorney's fees awarded.
Okay, so I'm not taking up any issue of attorney's fees. I'm not granting any today. Mr. Bernstein has indicated, just so you know, that he's going to
Okay.
seek attorney's fees at final. And so y'all can argue that issue at final.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, so, but I am sending this order. Insert, is your email address on file so that I can send you a copy along with the copy I sent to Mr. Bernstein?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're sure? Just to make sure?
Yes, because when we heard this initially back on June 16th, we had some correspondence to get a court-appointed attorney for enforcement.
Okay,
So you and the clerk do have it, yes, ma'am.
okay,
Yes,
so Barb will send you and Mr. Bernstein a copy of the order that I've just signed that reflects the rulings from June 16th. Okay,
Okay, thank you.
thank you.
Judge, with
Yes.
that, Judge, with that, if you could put me and Dana Ferris and Mr. Morales and Evelyn Huron in a breakout room, I have a question for Mr. Morales.
Ms. Huron, are you okay with that? Is she here?
Yes, I'm here. That's fine, Judge.
Okay, so. And Miss Ferris, where is she? I see you there. I'm looking for you on my list. There you are. Okay. All right. You can log off when you're done.